Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel for more PSO2 and gaming news. So, in today's video, as you can see going on in the background, is my house in Final Fantasy XIV. So, the point I want to make in today's video is just going on what PSO2 could do. Like, they don't have to necessarily take every single page from Final Fantasy XIV, but I feel that they can do enough with just housing and stuff for people to do. Now, they may do this in the future to bring back personal quarters, or they may even do something, with team alliances in their quarters, just something to utilize the features from PSO2 to New Genesis. Now, I'm not just making this video because I'm trying to compare apples and oranges. In this case, trying to compare Final Fantasy XIV to PSO2. You can't really do that. One's a paid subscription game and one's free to play. So you can't make, in all fairness, that comparison. But what I can kind of go about and see what PSO2 and the team at Sega can do for the game to just really invigorate the player base in the future. Now, I know they probably had to nix personal rooms for the moment. Maybe they're alpha or beta testing it or something. It's something that's been like standard since Phantasy Star Universe. I played the beta to that game and played the game day one, and there was some type of room creation. Now, albeit it wasn't the best, but you get your own room to kick up your feet and have a great time. Maybe a couple friends come in and stuff like that. If they had that kind of stuff just to begin with, you don't really need anything major. Just start off something and you can take it from there. And so that's why I'm kind of showing my room on Final Fantasy XIV. Just to show, PSO2 can have some very good depth customization options. They can have something. Do something with Alliance quarters. They can go pretty deep like Final Fantasy XIV does with free companies. They have a lot of potential. And I feel Sega could be missing out if they don't really utilize it. So in my last video, I had some really good comments, a lot of good comments, so thank you if you commented on that video. Thanks for your feedback. I did have a couple of trolls who, they weren't productive, want to call me off and say, yo, you won't be missed if you stop making PSO2 videos. And, I didn't want to deal with that, so, bye forever on that one. But pretty much everyone was saying in the video is Sega is just, they're not listening to their fans, and well, it's apparent. So a lot of people were making the comparison, you can't compare Final Fantasy XIV to PSO2. You kind of can, because, yes, 14 is a subscription-based game, but 14 sells microtransaction stuff. So they have Fantasia, they have level skips for jobs. You can take a job straight to 60 or 70 and stuff like that. You can do MSQ skip. You can buy outfits. You can buy expensive mounts from Cloud Final Fantasy VII that cost me like $30-something. You can buy stuff like that. So you can compare PSO2 New Genesis and Final Fantasy XIV, but Final Fantasy XIV is paid. So they have a whole mod station of stuff you can buy. From dyes, like I said, from dyes to outfits to very expensive mounts to job skips and stuff like that. So PSO2 just has to do more of that because they're free to play. That's understandable. But when you're focusing on too much of the that type of nature, of course it's free to play, but if you just focus too much on that, content is what keeps people. You can have the SG and the AC, you can have all that, but if you neglect the core game, what's the point? It's like, why make all these outfits and all these poses and stuff when you have no gameplay? How do you keep people with content? So that's pretty much the point I was making in that last video. You can compare the two in the fact that they're MMOs. That's great. You can't compare the fact that one is subscription based, one is free. Sorry, you can jump right into the free game, and there you go. Final Fantasy 14 has an entrance fee of $12.95. If your other currency, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna transfer up or down your currency, but you get my point. You have to pay a monthly fee to the game, and you're in. Of course, the game is better supported with a paid subscription model, and generally the devs are more creative, more supportive with the community. Final Fantasy 14 is a good example of that. Paid subscription based. The developers listen to their audiences, their fans. Hell, Final Fantasy 14 has Fan Fest and all that fun stuff. So, Sega doesn't have to do like a Fan Fest, but they can at least listen to the people who are playing their game, despite it being August 31st. Tomorrow will be September 1st. And there's nothing new but one urgent quest. So, I don't know. It can't be just me. But I know it's more people, and trust me, my last video showed a lot of people were commenting and telling me like, hey, how it is, like how I felt. After a while, I was like, okay, let's give them some time. It'll be fine. They're working on content, but when you're almost 4 or 5 months into your game, and all you have to show is one urgent quest, I don't know. That to me is just, they should have delayed this game a year. I know someone in my video commented, said they should have delayed the game a year. I agree. This game would have been better off with one more year of development, one more year of content, and then launch the game out, and then be ready. I believe people who played global did not have enough time to enjoy the game. I mean, you can enjoy it now, but PSO2 right now is dead. Not New Genesis, but regular PSO2. The people who are playing that are either fed up with New Genesis and its lack of content, or bored and want to go back to regular PSO2 because you have alliances, you've got your personal quarters, you've got 8+ years of content, and you're rare to go. So you can jump back in there and you can have some fun. Another thing that I wish Sega didn't do was stop scheduled urgent quests. This is super annoying. I don't like this. I don't like how everything is unscheduled. It was good when you're able to know what's coming up and plan time around it. Of course, you have certain Discord channels and such that will have, the urgent quest up and ready and say, okay, you got an hour to go. Okay, I'm going to plan, an hour from now or 45 minutes from now, I'll be ready for it. You could be in the middle of nowhere, maybe you're not home, but you want to do an urgent quest. All of a sudden you got 15 minutes. What was the point of, making this whole thing unscheduled? It's not cool. I mean, if I'm wrong about it, just let me know. But I think it was a bad idea for them to go straight unscheduled. I mean, maybe they got tired of doing a scheduled ones. Maybe because it wasn't jiving with people's schedules. Who knows? But the unscheduled nature just makes stuff just difficult for people to plan ahead. You had that time to plan for it and then get ready for it. Now it's, okay, I really want to do mining base or whatever. Don't know when it's going to be. I'm out running errands. Oh crap, there's the urgent quest for mining base. Well, I'm going to miss it. Being ready for it, I know it's just a game, but a lot of people like doing mining base. I like it. So anyway, my last little bit of my clip, I'm just gonna show you fully what my house looks like in the game. I know I've just been kind of just talking and letting my idle camera just do the job, but this is just one aspect that I wish PSO2 would just do really good. So let me know what you guys think about my room. It took me a lot of gil. Like, I'm not gonna tell you how much it was, but it was a lot of money, and I have a medium-sized plot, so I used to have a small, and then I kind of worked around the small, and then Buddy quit the game, sold me his medium plot, and turned out I didn't have enough room. Well, I had too much room for what little I had. So having to go out and craft, and see, that's one thing PSO2 can do. They can have it where you go out and you craft stuff. That would be great. craft room items and stuff like that. I think everyone will enjoy that. I enjoy that on 14, just crafting stuff to make my room mines or bite off player shops and stuff like that. That's great. I actually love that. And I hope they bring that to New Genesis. I hope they bring some kind of customization, like personal quarters, just like this. I mean, it doesn't have to be just like this, but something close. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Please let me know what you guys think about this, because it's hard to make content for PSO2. It really is, when there's just nothing to cover right now. I mean, I did Bouncer, I did all that stuff. It's just there's nothing. So I may transition into Final Fantasy 14 just a little bit and see where it goes from there. But anyway, please subscribe to this video if you guys enjoyed it, and enjoy the rest of my room. Take care. Bye bye.